engaging and disengaging on the cable. Come on around this way, please. Yeah, young man. Watch you step back in this way. Good. Thank you. Hold on. Pretty safe ride considering that it's this old. Everything still functions quite well.
How long have you been doing this?
About 25 years. A lot of sore muscles.
Another antique still going strong after 125 years is Levi's Jeans. Here in the Mission District is a combination factory and museum where you can watch jeans being made as you learn their history.
Levi Strauss came to San Francisco in 1853, and we were part of the gold rush. And we made life a little bit easier for these guys who went up there into diggings hoping to find a vein of gold that's going to make them rich. Now, one of the things that makes us very special is our riveted pants. A copper rivet at each corner of each pocket of the miner's pants. The purpose was to make sure that the pocket would hold when they put all their ore samples in the pockets and would not rip. We also placed a rivet at the bottom of the flight. Legend has it that Walter Haas Sr., chairman of the board of Levi Strauss, was sitting too close to the campfire. That gets very, very, very hot. Within 2 weeks, there were no more rivets at the crotch. This is what we call our arcuate design, the oldest trademark in the apparel industry. Trademark means forever as long as you use it. So during the war, we couldn't use thread. Our people hand-painted each and every hip pocket with this design, which made a lot of our customers think they were getting fake Levi's. But as the French say, c'est la guerre, it was the war.
Another city icon is the Fillmore Theater, the birthplace of psychedelic rock. Jefferson Airplane and the Grateful Dead were on the bill for rock impresario Bill Graham's first concert in 1965. Almost as famous as the Golden Gate Bridge is Golden Gate Park, 1,000 acres in the heart of San Francisco. The Conservatory of Flowers, modeled after England's Kew Gardens, is just one of several attractions inside the park. One of the lesser-known, the Beach Chalet, contains some of the best examples of wall murals by Depression-era artists. Rob and Christine McMillan head upstairs to one of the few San Francisco restaurants where you can dine as you watch the sunset on the Pacific.
Mountain biking is a great activity for tourists coming into the Bay Area. We've got trails of all levels out here, so somebody who's just coming in and never done it before can find a nice afternoon ride, and they'll get out and see a little more than they would have if they were just hiking. A great ride that any tourist could do is starting from San Francisco, heading over the Golden Gate Bridge, and then heading west up into the headlands, which is the southern part of the Marin County area. Great views of the ocean and fantastic views of the city and the bay. And it's a neat thing for somebody visiting the Bay Area to do.
Plenty of bike shops will outfit you for the trail. A day ride will take you over Marin County rolling hills, down to Stinson Beach, and into redwood forests. It was here on Mount Tamalpais where the mountain bike got its start.
There's so much natural beauty here, and we're 15 minutes from the city. It's a nice way to get out and relax and enjoy and feel good about life.
Mountain biking is probably my favorite sport of all. It's a little bit faster paced and more exciting. You get to go a little bit further and see more. It's a fantastic sport.
Less than 2 hours by car northeast of San Francisco are the Napa and Sonoma Valleys, home to some of the finest vineyards in the world, and views that attract even teetotalers. Some of the vineyards offer tours. Most have wine tastings. You even get to one by gondola.
I think it surprises a lot of people when they first come to Napa Valley of how unspoiled it is. This part of the world has a very unusual climate. This is a Mediterranean climate we have, and what that means is that all of our rainfall comes in the winter months with a very long, hot, dry growing season, which is the optimum conditions for growing fine grapes to make wine. In the production of any premium wine, grapes are the most important factor. You just can't make world-class wine out of so-so grapes. This is the main fermentation area, and the majority of all the wines are fermented in stainless steel tanks. When people first see this part of the winery, it looks rather industrial, but this is pretty standard operations for most wineries. Cellar here, wine aging cellar. After the wine has been aged in barrels, and after blending is done, the wine will be pumped down the hill to our bottling line. When you're looking at wine, you want to look for clarity, that there's no sediment, and look for the appropriate color. So here in this wine, you see a nice pale straw, brilliant color. The next thing to look for is the aroma. So in order to assist you in smelling the wine, you want to swirl the wine in the glass. When you're smelling wine, you're looking basically for three factors: fruit, earth, and wood. Wood, of course, the amount of time the wine was aged in an oak barrel. Let's take a sip of this Sauvignon Blanc. The lead characteristic to judge a real premium wine is how long you can taste it.
There are plenty of ways to enjoy the valley. One of the newest is also one of the oldest, the biplane.
Go for a nice scenic ride over the valley, over the vineyards and the hay fields down low, or you could do a loop and a roll if you like, depending on how exciting you want to get. Or you can do a whole bunch of loops and rolls. It's not really harsh on your stomach, but it can. Some people that have been out maybe a little too much Chardonnay could use to do a few less maneuvers.
For a more sedate tour, take a balloon ride or come down to earth and take the train. It's easy to leave the driving to someone else.
This is Jack London's vineyard. Horseback brings you a little bit more down to earth. You're back with nature, kind of like hiking is, and it gives you a different perspective on the vineyards and the country. This last few weeks of sun really made a big difference in the grapes, maybe 2 or 3 inches. Oh, I love it. It's just gorgeous for this right now. Absolutely beautiful.
World-class wine deserves world-class food. Chef Thomas Keller, owner of the French Laundry in Yountville, was voted the best chef in California in 1996 by the James Beard Society.
The wonderful things about being here in the valley is that there's such a, not only wine being produced, but such an abundance of wonderful produce that comes to us, and we're able to take advantage of all of that. And of course, things like this will bring inspiration to what we're going to do tonight.
They're beauties.
This is moulard duck foie gras, or fattened duck liver. We do foie gras here in 4 or 5 different ways on the menu tonight. We're having a pan-seared moulard duck foie gras, and tonight we're serving it with Brooks cherries, which comes from Modesto Valley here in California, and garnishing it with green spring onions. We change our menu every day, and we're very spontaneous. We move through the menus season by season, year by year, and it's a constant evolution. So each